Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
What up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? It's the cast, the dopest, the coolest, the ones who are just talking the real shit. The cast of the Bathroom Chronicles. We're here. It's another Friday. It's what, March the 8th. March the 8th. It's March the 8th in 2024. Yes. And so we are, yeah, I'm sorry. I got a little respiratory something going on. But anyhow. Michelle.
Bringing your Rona up in here, man.
Michelle, how was your week?
My week was real good, real good. Everything is cool. It's a lot going on around, you know. A lot of people sick, but my week was good.
Okay.
You know, and we still moving on. Today is my nephew's birthday. Happy birthday, Junior.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Nephew.
My oldest son turned 29 2 days ago.
Okay.
Pisces in the house.
We sure are.
Pisces. So, yeah, but other than that, everything is good.
Okay. And
Eddie Head's back in the house.
You know it.
How was your week?
I told you it was so. My week was so. You don't never have no flat out good week. There's always got to be something.
Get you a woman. She'll make your week.
The devil is a lie.
Get you a woman. Your week could be good. But that's another topic.
Man.
Another week.
The devil is a lie, though.
He is a lie.
With a name like yours, your week should be good.
I mean, your name is Head. That sounds like a happy life to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I fight through it though. But look, let me I want to say a shout out to my sister today, her birthday. Happy birthday, sis. I love you.
Happy birthday,
She a
cousin
Pisces. She a
Keisha.
Pisces too.
Pisces in this motherfucker.
And let's just get this out the way. Let me wish a happy birthday to my little sister. Her birthday is tomorrow. Louisha, who is she is a mega Lou. She is like triple me. And so I want to wish her a happy birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday. Cuz for sure.
Yeah.
She out of town, ain't she?
Yeah, she out here in New Orleans.
All right.
She be getting some. Yeah, she out there. You know what I'm saying, doing her little, whatever. That's a place. I've been a lot of places, and y'all know I have, right? But I've never been to New Orleans.
You gotta get the hell out of here.
Yeah, never been there.
Oh,
I ain't never been there either.
Well, I've been there, and it's beautiful. I love the people.
Right.
I love the food. It's absolutely the best.
Yeah, my sister, they just left from
It's
down
the
there.
best.
Yeah, we should go before the year is out.
Right.
We should go.
Excuse me, I'm
Right.
taking y'all on the motherfucking
Bathroom
tour.
Chronicles.
I'm going too. Hey.
Yeah, we gotta go there. We're gonna do a broadcast in New Orleans.
But you know what?
Yes.
before it's out.
You know what a couple people told me?
What's that?
They say it's like a line that they have down there, like a line that you don't cross. And they say the police will tell you, like, if you go across this line, like, we can't save you. They said across the street be the robbers, and on the other side be the people that be putting voodoos on people.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a lot
hell
of
no.
superstitious, but if you believe in God, you one life, okay? Don't worry about it.
Oh wow.
It's the purge line.
No,
You
I
cross
believe
that purge line.
Right.
Don't tell me what might happen.
That
The laws
was for
don't
real.
apply over there on the other side of the purge line.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, they boutiques down there, man. Beautiful clothing. Beautiful
Really?
clothing. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a sight to see.
Is
down
it cheap?
there. It's not. I don't want to say it's cheap, but it's not. It's not California.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying.
I mean,
because I done lived in Detroit all my life, and boutiques are what they are, and expenses are what they are, right? Now, I call expensive California. Gas
God.
$10 a gallon.
Man, I already know.
I'm going to stay on this side, So
Right.
I think New Orleans is, it's...
Yeah, California is high.
We're going to fight somebody today, yo.
California is high. A burger, I went into this, it was, matter of fact, it was across the street from the hotel I was staying at. I went and got a burger and a pop. It was $21.
Hey, that ain't nothing, because Five Guys is like $24 for one person.
Oh wow.
They
Right.
was talking about that the other day.
What about burger? They McDonald's down there. They wanted what? $17.
No, but we're talking about $24 here in the
In
in
Detroit.
Michigan for Five Guys. Have
Yeah.
you been to Five Guys lately? $24 for one person to eat.
But I don't know why y'all going to Five Guys when you could go to one woman. You could go to, y'all know who I'm about to say, right? I gotta shout out myself. right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always up to support
But
you.
you ain't
I'm
gonna,
saying,
it ain't like you gonna cook every time somebody call
Right.
you.
Head. Try me. Try me after hours.
You might be busy. You
Try
always
me
busy.
after hours, baby.
Listen.
You ain't gonna keep up with the demand.
Listen, you know what? What I'm going to do. Look, mobile sold. See, this is what y'all don't
Mobile
understand. People will call in and tell you guys like, nah, I told her I wanted this and she cooked it. Right. I told her I wanted that and she cooked it. So y'all need to stop going to all these Five Guys and these Monday, Tuesday, Friday restaurants and all that. It's called mobile sold. I'm just saying.
Right. You deliver, or
right?
You come and
I
get
pull up and cook up. What do you want? I'm just saying. You know.
But let me say something in reference to my sister, okay? And we got Miss D'Amica. She's another chef. Let me tell y'all, pay them like y'all gonna pay for everything.
Absolutely.
Everybody else don't. And a lot of people will try to discredit them if they be like, "Oh yeah, we want money for delivery, but you'll pay Uber Eats, you'll pay DoorDash, but you won't give it to your sister." So
what I'm saying is this.
Not saying everybody, but I'm saying pay your people.
You catch me on a good day. You don't know what I'm willing to do, because for me, cooking is not my all in all. It's just an avenue that God gave me to meet the people. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's I what I do. I love to be a resource to people. This is the avenue that God gave me to be a resource to people. It's cooking. That's just one of them. So you know what I'm saying? So just call me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Call me. You never know. But Mark, you know what? We didn't ask you how your day was. I'm sorry. You know, you got a mouthful of food.
Damn!
Look, his mouth is so full.
She will throw the ball in my court.
Yep,
I'm gonna give him a sound effect.
Yeah. Damn, what is that? What's in your mouth, Mark?
There you go.
You better get her, dog. You better get her. Busy as usual, man. Busy as usual. Got a whole lot of shit up my sleeve for the next couple of months as the weather break. We are gearing up for the Potathon, which is our podcast marathon in July.
Okay.
Keep Alive Village. I got another opportunity to open another classroom at Say Detroit Play Center on top of Keep Alive Village. It's just all kind of stuff going on, man. This Naziah Harris situation is just boiling over and over and over and over and over.
Wow.
And yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. I can't wait till this summer, and I just filed the situation for the custody for my youngest son. So we're about to be underway with that one real soon. So,
How old is he?
1.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And shout out to Mark real quick. He rescued a teenager.
Yeah, I did.
He rescued a teenager last week. He actually stalked out where she was taken to over in Warren, and he actually brought that baby home.
What
so shout out to Mark.
Give us some details about that.
Well, it was a girl that went missing from Kroger on what was it? Hoover
11 and Hoover.
Between 11 and 10 Mile and Hoover. Right? That's where she went missing from, was Warren, and got a tip about what address she was at, and it just so happened to be not too far from the studio. So I actually beat her mother and the friend of the mother who gave me the tip about the address over to the house, and I was just staking it out just to see if I could see any kind of activity that was going on. And then when they pulled up, that's kind of when the activity started. Excuse me, we seen an older guy pull up in a white truck, and he did nothing, sat in front of the house and pulled off. He spoke to us and, was act like he was, I guess trying to be cordial or whatnot.
Right.
But he seemed suspicious as fuck, right? Mm-hmm. Then a little while after that, 2 girls left out of the house and walked around the corner. 2 young girls walked around the corner to the gas station. Like when they walked up the block, I just decided to see if I could follow them because we knew that was the house that the daughter was supposed to be coming to. She wasn't there, or if she was in there or whatnot. So I decided to follow them around the corner, and I just went in the gas station, and that's where they were. They was in there. And when they left, I left out the gas station and went around the opposite corner that they went. Yeah. And when I went around the opposite corner, I seen the car dropping the girl off.
Dang.
So that's when I parked and I walked up to the mother's car. And the girl, when I got out of my car, the girl had walked up to the corner by that time and was like peeking around the corner trying to see if she could see any kind of what was going on around the house. So, she had walked up the block, and by that time I walked up to her mother's car, and I'm like, I think that's her right behind me. I seen the girl getting out of the car looking suspicious as hell, and she asked me what color coat and clothes she had on, and it turned out to be her.
Oh, wow.
How old was she?
She was like 15. Yep.
She was still in her uniform.
So was she running away?
She wasn't in a uniform. She was in a picture.
To.
Was she in a uniform?
She was. She was in the khakis.
Yeah. So, the uniform, not the cheerleader outfit in the picture.
Oh,
no. So she had a health condition. I believe she needed her insulin or something because she would have to start having seizures at a certain time.
Oh, wow.
So that's why it was a major concern of her being away from the house for however long, because she hadn't had her medicine and it was approaching the time that she would need it again.
Wow. So let me say this to you guys. Like, this is not our topic, but, since we are talking about it, let's just, let me say this. Our topic tonight is knowledge is power. Mm-hmm. Knowledge is power. And, first of all, let me ask, Michelle, what made you want to talk about this topic? Knowledge is power.
So, I was dealing with a health issue this past week, not for me, but for Corey. And they was giving him antibiotics and giving him things that didn't make sense to me, and his cough still kept going and going and going. Well, I'm in the medical field anyway. But they just kept pushing drugs on him. I'm like, this don't make sense because you're not getting better, and it's pissing me off.
Right.
So finally, I was like, okay, we need to go. Let me go with you. So the lady kept on saying, like, we trying to suppress his cough. We trying to suppress his cough. I don't need you to suppress his cough. I need you to give him something to clear the infection of a sinus infection. Okay. Well, we gave him a Z-Pack. Okay, so if you gave him a Z-Pack and it did not work, evidently his body is immune to you giving him Z-Packs all the damn time. Give him a different antibiotic.
Right.
But why do I need to tell you that? So I was like, you know what? Knowledge is power, because now he's on a totally different antibiotics. He's on another steroid. Mm-hmm. He has a different regimen, right? But his oxygen level was so low, it was at a 94. Anything under 94, you got to be hospitalized, or you'll lose oxygen to your brain, and you can have a bunch of stuff can go wrong. Have the knowledge you need is powerful, because if you can't advocate for yourself, who's going to advocate for you?
All right.
Right? And so I was like, you know what? Knowledge is power. So I believe that that's what you should have, right? Even like up until my son, 23, he says, the police asked me to get out the car. Did you get out? No, I didn't think I should have to get out. I don't think I should have to. I'm a black man. You got a license? No, but that ain't the point. Know what it is, though.
Right.
They can't pull you out your car if you got a license.
Right. Okay. So she done went all the way in.
No, but I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
So
No,
knowledge.
But no,
you gotta
it
have it, right?
And this is why she stated that, you know what I'm saying, that she like, hey, we're gonna talk about knowledge as power tonight. And the one thing that I love about the Bathroom Chronicles, if this is your first time tuning in to the Bathroom Chronicles, somebody came into my space the other day and they saw Bathroom Chronicles wrote on a wall, and they was like, what is that? Like, and I was like, oh, I have a podcast called the Bathroom Chronicles. And they said, why do you call it? Like, y'all in the bathroom or something? You in the bathroom? I said, no, I'm not. No, this is not a fans only page. No.
Right.
But I'm sorry, guys. I got something going on. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I said, no, the Bathroom Chronicles. I said, the bathroom. And no, before I said that, I turned to somebody else. And it was a kid, too. And I said, why do I call it the Bathroom Chronicles? And then the kid said, because, in the bathroom is really when you just deal with you and your stuff. Like, whatever, it's just you. It's nobody else. And, and exactly, that's why we call it the Bathroom Chronicles. It's the only place that you really just deal with you and your shit. You know
that's
what I'm saying?
right.
It's just that. So, if this is your first time tuning in, we thank you guys for tuning in. But, we talk real shit on here, right? Mm-hmm. And if you guys don't know, like, I am a, like, hip-hop. Like, I just love music. And I just believe that people, when rap songs and stuff, like, people rap and talk about things that is really, really going on, right? And so what I came up with for the Knowledge is Power is...
I had her do that, y'all.
Well, she mentioned, and I'm like, okay.
She our
and I had to
queen.
listen, and I had to go in my little, you know. And what came to me was Slick Rick, "Hey Young World," you know what I'm saying. And on that song, if you remember when Slick Rick made that song, it was called "Hey Young World," and he's saying, "Hey, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this. I know you young. I know it's this, and I know you think this, and I know you think that, but it's a whole lot of other stuff that's going on. So let me, you know what I'm saying, like, you can still be you, but don't you be a dummy." And so knowledge really is power, right? And it's been power for a long time. But some people don't know what knowledge is. You know what I'm saying? I hear people all the time be like, y'all remember they were saying that, stay woke? Stay woke. You're not woke. And I'm like, I'm not asleep. You know?
Oh, right.
But it was depending on like what they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because some things you did not, like when they say stay woke, it's like, okay, let me make you go deeper. Let me, you know what I'm saying, like intrigue you. Let me make you think on a different level. Like, you know, let me wake you up. Let me take you from out of your comfort zone or out of your sleep, out of your rest to wake you up. And some people don't know what knowledge is. So I had to kind of write a little something. Knowledge is basically information that you have acquired through learning experiences. It can come from a variety of sources, such as books, classes, like some people learn from other people, conversations, or whatever it is. But having knowledge allows you to understand the world around you. It helps you understand the environment that you're in. It helps you to make informed decisions. And that's what this conversation is about. Right. We want people to be able to make informed decisions, not saying, I just did it because I did it. We want you to be able to solve problems, communicate effectively.
Absolutely.
Y'all hear it? Effectively. And it gives you the ability to think critically. And so critically, like this is a word, when we were coming up, they used this word critical thinking. You guys remember that?
Absolutely.
Like that was something they used in school all the time, critical thinking. They don't really use that anymore. And I don't really.
They don't want people to utilize it.
No, because
they don't want people to think critically because they want to keep you in this dumbed down, watered down,
exactly.
sunken place.
Exactly.
Keep you where they can take advantage of you.
Absolutely. But the one thing that I'm gonna end with knowledge. What knowledge is? Knowledge is something that you would have to acquire for the rest of your life. It's not something that you acquire at one time. It's something that you have to continuously inquire. And so for you to pick this topic, I'm sorry guys. For you to pick this topic, it is definitely like we need to be knowledgeable of whatever we're going through and whatever we're doing, So Mark, when you stated earlier, if you guys heard the conversation, he was talking about the young lady, and what she was doing, and she needed her insulin, and this and that. Like because that baby could have died. You know what I'm saying? Without her medical.
Like, it's almost like the knowledge that she didn't have was the fact that it was very severe that she could have ended up in the place that she didn't want to be because she wanted to be out hanging.
Yeah,
and that's another thing. Like it's so many. When we were coming up, we didn't have a lot of friends that had like childhood diseases. Another thing, educate your babies on what they have. I think the young lady Lakita said she was epileptic.
Okay.
So she was having seizures. So we need to, if that's another, knowledge is power. We need to sit down. We need to teach our children. If I know a young lady that's been a diabetic since she was a kid, how important is that to check your sugar? How important is that to... You are afforded the same opportunity as everybody else. Pick up a book. If you don't know YouTube and Google it now, I mean, they got the world at their fingertips. We didn't have that. But you can communicate effectively with anybody and hold that same conversation. And when people see that you don't know, they get to talking over top of you.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what
I done seen doctors do it. I done seen that's why police treat people like they treat them. Because they feel like they have a one-up on you.
Right. But when you come back at them with something that you already know and been through.
They be like...
Right. Because like that statement you made about your son, they tried to pull me out my car one day. But I had license, registration, and everything. Guess what I told him? Get y'all chief out here.
Yeah.
And he came out there too.
Yeah, because at that point you can just pass your stuff through the crack window and go on about your business. You go run it, whatever you want to run, and come on back. You see what I'm saying? But you have to have the knowledge of it. Just like a lot of people, you see it every day on the news. Let's talk about these CPL holders that got these CPL license. That do not mean I can pull out my gun because we road raging and point this gun at you and bop, 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 bop you.
Oh, man.
I want to give a shout out to Booker Riggs, who did my CPL license. He actually was a Detroit police officer in Detroit, the city of Detroit, graduate from Finney High School. But let me tell y'all this. I couldn't shoot at all. I was actually scared. When I got my CPL, I just got it because I didn't want to be scared of guns. I had never shot a gun. I think I shot a gun maybe when I was with my dad and we were hunting, but I've never just shot a gun. What he taught me was phenomenal. When I left his class, I was in the red area, the bullseye, because he taught me how to shoot. I remember he had a 9-year-old daughter in that class. His daughter was 9 years old, and she was just hanging out with her daddy, just like if I was cooking and my son hanging out with me.
Right.
When I say that little girl was hitting that bullseye, like, when I said she was hitting that, like she was letting loose.
Right.
I mean, I got a neighbor that told me, yeah, you can give this my homeboy $150. He gonna give you a certificate.
Nah.
What the hell?
No, you want
And
somebody
that's
to
the
teach
reason,
you.
but that's the reason why you end up in the position that you're in, being charged with murder because you didn't have a right, but
feel
you
like
didn't.
the CPL is a license to kill,
And it's
right?
not.
It's not.
And it's not. And my CPL instructor actually lined me up with firearm insurance, right? Legal insurance, not like if you lose your gun, you get your gun back.
Right.
No, like if I get into a car accident and I'm in the car with you head and I'm knocked out, incapacitated, and this nigga out here that we got into a car accident tripping, you can take my gun off my hip and pop him, and my lawyer gonna represent you like you me.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
firearm
real.
insurance. You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit.
Right.
That ain't. I done passed out $150 to get this card, and then you
You
don't
ain't got the
have.
training. You don't have the education. You don't have the knowledge that gives you
Because-
the power
But
to
I'm
walk
telling
around
you,
with that gun like
the
that.
stuff the words that I was using after I left his class, the knowledge that I had after I left his class, I was around guys who had been shooting. First of all, they been shooting. You know what I'm saying? But they had went and got their CPL and all that. And the words that I was using, they didn't have no clue what it was, you know.
That's
So
bad.
definitely.
Yeah.
Power without knowledge is like an imbecile, right? Imagine somebody he's just tearing shit up. Like you have no knowledge of how to harness this power or how to when to use it and when not to use it. You just got the power. I'm just going, here, pay me $150, I'm going to give you the power. You have no knowledge.
Yes. Just like this little cough that I have going on. Like, let me tell you guys, there is a respiratory something that's going on. It's been going on since probably about October. I was aware of it when we went to Denver, and my guy, he was coughing a lot, and I'm like, that's not normal, you know what I'm saying? But because I have family members that are in the medical field or whatever, and so instantly people were thinking it's COVID. The first thing they said, oh, it's COVID, it's COVID, it's COVID. No. It's a respiratory where you just cough. You just coughing. You don't feel sick. I went
through that.
You know what I'm saying? It lasts about 30 days. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's what's going on. So please excuse me. I don't have COVID. I don't have, I just came from the doctor the other day. I am everything is clear and clean.
So we're going to pray for you, Lou. And shout out to Aaron, y'all. Send prayers out to Aaron. Aaron is not with us. He is ill this week as well. We just praying for everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but you got to know. I remember one time my sister's dad was in the hospital and he was in a bad fire. And I don't tell people when I go into a room that I've been in the medical field forever, right? But you could tell from my language. The lady went out and came back in and she said, I don't know who she is, but she knows what we know. Because I don't have to tell you that. I need to know how you're going to perform, right? But it feels good to be able to stand on the same stage with somebody else. Just like street talk, right? You street smart. Being powerful, having the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? In the streets. I tell my daughters all the time, don't pump gas at nighttime by yourself. Well, why? First of all, I said so. Second of all, it's just not safe. But my youngest daughter feel like I can You know, she doesn't do it, but I know some days she be like, I gotta get gas. You better get home. The knowledge of you gotta know what's going on around you. I mean, it's things like going on in your neighborhood, but you don't watch the damn news, so you don't know what's going on, right? And you like, you don't hear about that serial killer that lived 2 blocks from you,
Right.
Girl, no, where? You don't even take time to watch news. I know the news is depressing. I know it is, right? But you have to be informed.
My daughter, she said every time, like, news, it depressed me all the time. I said, but you got to watch it for you can be up on everything.
Gotta be informed, man. You gotta
And
be
knowledge is really powerful, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't know what's going on, people throw a blanket over you and tell you anything.
Right.
That's why I be telling these young guys, like, I'm like, I ain't trying to say I know everything, but I done been through it. So stuff y'all doing now, we already been doing that when we was young. So y'all need to listen to people that's older than you because they know something. I listen to people that's older than me right now because I don't know everything.
You can learn something from anybody, even if it's what you learn and it's what not to do or what not to be. You can learn something.
You know what? I've always said, like, I am so conceited. I am so big on me. It's all about me. And people instantly be thinking like, oh, you one of them type of people. And I'm like, no. I'm saying it from a spiritual point. Like, everything that my eyes see and everything that my ears can hear, some kind of way it can benefit me. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like, okay, don't do this. Okay, hey, this worked for them. You saw this work for them, so do it this way. You know, you have to become like a sponge, like, you know, to be able to suck it in and then just give it out to whoever is needed. I remember my late first lady, Jackie Wilson, may she rest in peace. She used to say, eat the fish and spit out the bones. And, you know, when she said that, when she would say that, like, at the time, I really didn't get it. But I got it later. Like, no, you eat the part that's for you. The stuff that's not for you, just spit it out. Just put it somewhere else, you know. But knowledge is really power. There are times where we go through stuff and we don't really have to because somebody next to us already went through it, did it. They know the ins and outs. Like right now, FEMA is doing, you know, they declare Detroit as a disaster area, right? I mean, not Detroit, but, you know, Michigan as a disaster area. And so FEMA is here. And, you know, I hate to say it, but it just seems like a lot of times Detroit, like, we get passed over. We get looked over. But if you don't know what the language is, what lingo you should use, what you should be saying, and it's not about getting over, y'all. It's not about that. It's about, like, damn, I did have, my stuff was messed up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I could really have receipts about my stuff really being messed up. But if I don't know how to word it, then I'm not going to get it.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, so, yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes. You got to have, like, the key words. When I remember back in 14, if you didn't say sewage, you didn't even get no money when they had that backup in the storms back in 14, right? So you have to know the language, right? So Corey was telling me the other day, yeah, my homeboy, something happened with him, and they say child support is a fraud, you know? Men shouldn't have to pay child support for their kids. Now, for y'all go jumping on me and killing me, if you don't take care of your kids, I believe in child support. But if you take care of your kids, what's child support for, right? But that's between you and the man, a whole nother subject, right?
We're going to talk about that.
But listen to this.
Yeah.
This man knew the language, wrote friend of the court. He don't pay a dime in damn child support no more. But it's the language. Just like DHS, right? You're supposed to have a license to work or do any work in people's houses in the city of Detroit. And they're paying right now. Like if you need a roof, they're paying. Renew Detroit, right? It's a language. So they send us an email and say, okay, you don't have a license. Well, this is what you should say. Now, brother was just spilling game because he didn't have to give you that game. So brother says, you're a licensed residential building. I work for contractors that have license, and I can provide work underneath them. It's just, in a nutshell, it's a loophole for everything. It's not that you're trying to get over, but it's really hard. People out here that's been working doing plumbing 20, 30 years, and they can do a damn better job than a licensed person, right?
Oh yeah,
right.
Oh
Am
yeah,
I right?
Look,
So it's like everybody want to eat.
Yes, but you know, so here's something. So at this time, guys, we're gonna just talk about things that we know, that I may know, Michelle may know, or Head may know, that maybe or somebody don't know. So this is what I know. Do you know that when your credit card has its own insurance? When I went to Miami a couple of years ago, I had rented a car, and someone had broke into the car while we were at the restaurant, Denny's, and they tried to steal our luggage, but they busted out the window. Okay. My credit card, I didn't have to and I never take the insurance for the thing. I don't do it. I don't take the insurance. So I didn't take the insurance, but I was just able to call my credit card company because your credit card has its own insurance on the purchases that you are making. So when I called them, I just had to give them the police report, give them this. They covered the window. They covered that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And another thing that what people don't know is when you are renting a car, your spouse is already covered under. You don't have to add them on the car because your spouse is covered under the car. If you are incapacitated, right? So I'm drunk, I'm not feeling well, your spouse have the authority to drive that vehicle. So there's no reason to pay the extra insurance for the second person because the other person is, is already covered. And nowadays, because we have the freedom to love who we love, Michelle, I'm just letting you know now, if we're ever in a rental car,
That's
That's my girlfriend.
and you have to drive the car.
Right.
That's my boat.
That's my boo. Right.
But it's
But y'all have to hold on.
look,
It is a
yeah.
stipulation to that though. Here, hold on.
Right.
You gotta have a damn license, y'all.
Yeah,
Don't-
no, definitely.
Nah, if he ain't got no license, she ain't got no license, you in trouble.
But it's so crazy you say that though because that's the first thing they say. Like, now, if you want to add somebody on
Yep.
to it, you got to pay extra.
Yeah.
And they always charge you for that insurance.
But you know what? But I've been knew them credit cards had like insurance on because I know a lot of people's when they go out of town, they ball on their credit card. Then when they come back, they say somebody stole their card.
Now you gotta be that's
They
different.
say
Yeah.
and they replace it.
No.
They replace it.
No, I said no. What I'm
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying that. I know what you're saying.
Even if you go buy a TV, like if you go out and buy a TV, and you know how when you buy the TV, they'll tell you, "Hey, you want to buy this extra insurance." Your credit card company already doubles that, and I remember they did like a whole little conversation about it on the news, like they're telling people to pay the same thing for what they already have covered.
Right.
Yeah.
Insurance is a scam. All
this shit is scam.
From car insurance,
everything.
to fucking insurance on a fucking appliance that you bought from
So that just like when you go to a car dealership. It ain't like, well, you gotta put down $3,000 on the car. You really don't supposed to put nothing down on the car.
Nothing.
So that's like really against the law.
So you know, that's the next thing that I was about to touch on too. You know, it's illegal for them to repo your car, right?
Why?
Well, because if you go to the car lot, right, you sign the contract for the bank to pay the car company, the car lot for the car.
They're
right?
paid.
So you're paying back on the loan, right? And possession is 9/10 of the law. You got the car, you have the title. So if you go put a lien on the title, right, and then you stop paying the note, they legally can't take the car from you because you are the first lien holder of the title. And when they repo the car, they're selling it to the first in line, the first lien holder, right? And that's you. So that means they have to pay you.
Oh yeah, because the bank already paid them the money.
Right. So the bank has.
I
to
didn't
pay
know that
you.
either.
You're right. I just thought about that. The bank pay you the money before you even got the car.
They pay them. So the car is paid for. You're paying back the loan, right? You have the possession is 9/10 of the law. You have the title. You have a car. Put the lien on the title and stop paying the note. If they try to come take it from you, they have to pay you what the car is worth to take it from you, or they can't take it.
Damn.
So you know what though? Because it make a lot of sense.
You wanna
Because
give me a Bentley tomorrow?
if you owe a car payment, like say you 5 months behind, it's like they can't report it stolen. They gotta pay somebody to go find it.
And then if you put that title under living trust, if you know anything about that, that's out of the jurisdiction of the court, so they can't even.
Right.
Y'all look at them living trusts.
Yes,
Right.
knowledge is power.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get 3 cars tomorrow.
Somebody give me a Bentley in this bitch.
Y'all listen, so
Not granted,
hey,
that
T-Buzz.
might affect your credit a little bit, but
Right.
you got a brand new car and you out here balling, right?
Right.
Tamika Lewis, let's give a shout out to Tamika Lewis because she comes on here often. She said you have to be informed on what is really going on. And a shout out to T-Boz.
T-Boz always
yeah.
tuning in with us.
You know what? Before it's all over with, guys, we are going to have a show where we invite some of our guests that come on here.
And see what happens. I mean, what they gonna do? They'll take the car and then they have to pay your ass for the damn.
Look.
You got the lien order on the title.
Y'all, look, that's Mimi. That's East Side Mimi. She said, okay, pay it, don't pay it, and watch what happens.
But it is, but Mark is telling the truth though.
Yeah.
You know, that's
right.
The crazy thing is, until you give them their lingo, they don't know what the fuck. They don't know what's
I
going
forgot
on.
to tell y'all this. It's like, it's a way, like when you sign your name, like on a piece of paper, when you like go get a car, it's a way you can sign your name, or like a different color pen you can write it in. You know that you don't have to pay the note. They had to send you the title to that car, and you own the car.
Why?
Because it's a way that you can, it's a way you can sign it. Like my cousin, his uncle, he into that sovereign shit. Yeah, that's what it is. Sovereign. Yeah.
Now
and like right now, listen, he never had no driver's license, and he know what to say to when he get pulled over. He know what to say to him.
Listen, I'm traveling. I'm not driving.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah. But let me tell you,
Y'all, give the license.
Once you open that rabbit hole, you gotta go. You gotta stay in there.
Yeah,
because when you go to court, they gonna test you.
Because they don't like that shit.
Yeah.
No, they don't like it.
Right.
But it's facts though.
Right.
You don't need a license. They don't have license plates on their car.
Right.
Yeah. So, but that is, again, that's knowledge and it's power. It's all in the book. But you have to know toe to toe when you go to court, because they're gonna know from your language whether you lying about being sovereign American or are you telling.
No, but he
truth.
really is though.
Yeah,
he studied. Matter of fact, he teach classes about that.
She gonna say get the right officer. He's gonna be telling your ass in jail.
Hey, look, this is so crazy. It's a book. I'm gonna find out and I'm gonna let y'all know what this book called. It costs $1,400 for this book. But this book is powerful. It tell you about how you build your credit and what's legal and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, because a lot of people pay for bankruptcy. Y'all don't know. I did my own damn bankruptcy. Wow. I did my own bankruptcy.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna have one girl come over here.
I went downtown. I utilized the law. I filed and I represented myself in bankruptcy court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know everybody don't want to do that, but I was young. I did some stupid shit, so I'm not about to go pay a bankruptcy attorney, and I can represent myself, right?
Yeah. Can we open up the lines, because we have a lot of people that's on here, like a lot of our viewers. They may know something that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We want to be able to share, like, what do you know? Like, if you know something that, like, okay, a lot of people don't know this. We want you to call in, and the number is
on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, 313-723-0481.
And just always be in a teachable position. Now, I had somebody tell me that before. Don't never think that you can't be taught something different. Right? Yeah. Always be in a. I asked my nursing teacher when I was in nursing school. I said, "Why do you keep going back and back?" She was like, "I'm going to school until I'm 80." She was like, "I don't give a damn if it's a sewing class." She said, "Always be in a teachable position, because it's always something you don't know, right? Mm-hmm. Always read everything you see. Right. You might not know what it is, but it's gonna come back, and 2 and 2 is gonna make 4, and you be like, damn, I seen that somewhere before, right?"
Right. But then this is another thing. You know, the long as she go to school, she ain't never got to pay money back.
Oh yeah, that too.
You ain't got to pay money back.
Them loans too.
Yeah, you ain't got to pay them loans back. As long as you a student, you don't have to pay them back.
I got a homegirl. She had bought a 2-family flat, and everybody that she kept getting, they kept like ripping off her money, wasn't doing the job right. She started Googling stuff. Nigga, she put in 27 windows herself, from up and down.
I hear that. I can put a window in myself too.
Going on Google.
Go to my rental house.
Oh yeah, I put the windows, like my brother. I don't think he watching, but if he is, it is what it is. My brother bought a house from Land Bank, and he had the windows sitting inside his house. I went over there one day. I said, "What the hell are you doing?"
Right.
He was like, "I don't know how to do that." I said, "Hold on, I'll be right back." I went to the house, got the drill, got the nails and stuff, the screws, came back. I said, "I hold this window up in the frame." Right. And I had to get I had to fill it in with the wood. And I was like, zip, 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 zip. He was like, "Should I let it go?" I said, "Let it go."
Michelle, the 2-girl Taylor.
I said, "Let it go." He said, "You sure?" I said, "Let that window go." I could put in windows. Right. I could do ceramic floor. I could do everything that there is to a house down there. Because not only did I read up on it, but I watched. And I'm informed. Because I like to have money.
Right.
So, hey, Chevy from Atlanta.
Yes.
I put 3 houses together with help from a plumber and electrician. I know that's right. Get that money.
Mm-hmm.
Get that
and then
money.
listen, it'd be so simple that like I had took my car to this they want a dealership. It was a guy that mechanic that work on cars. So I took it up there to his shop. I had to get a auxiliary battery. And he's like, yeah, well, I charge you $1,500. I'm gonna have to take the dash down. It'll be a few hours. So I said, okay then. But when I left there, I went to another place, right? So he was like, you got the battery? I said, no, but I can order the battery. I can get it. Then he was like, man, I said, how much you charge me? Guess how much he said?
Probably $80.
No, he said $180, right? And guess how much the battery was? $50 from the dealership. It was like a little. It's like a little battery about this big.
But you know what's funny? They quick to do women like that. They see us coming, they be like, "Oh, here she comes."
Right.
But let me tell you, I told my son that. I said, "Boy, if you don't YouTube that shit."
Right.
I mean,
That's what I did. I YouTubed.
My friend dryer was down. She YouTubed it and literally fixed her own damn dryer.
Listen, guys, like, so there are so much, like, it's so much. The one thing that we really have working for us is this what you're watching us on. Most people are watching us on a cell phone, some type of device. You can just put it in there and Google it. Like, and even if you don't do it, and this is because, you know, my dad always taught me this. Shout out to my dad, the late Louis Bullet McVeigh. He was like, you know, I want you to know. Now, you know, after you know, if you want to go pay somebody to do it, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But at least you know what it takes to do. So you're not being hustled. You know what I'm saying? Because hustlers don't just look like you. Hustlers look like the government. Hustlers look like, I'm sorry, some churches. It look like, you know what I'm saying, some doctors. It look like some malls. It look like some boutiques. It look like a lot. Hustlers come in all shapes, some restaurants, shapes and forms. They come in it look real different. You know what I'm saying? And so you want to just know, you know what I'm saying? So I don't mind paying for what I want. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell somebody quickly, you know you're not hustling me, right? Because I know what it costs, what it takes to do this.
And that's the main thing.
Yeah, I know it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you hate when you feel like somebody got over on you, though?
Listen.
You're like, I can't sleep.
Look, my daddy used to tell me from the time that I was about 16. He said, not 16, about 16, 15. He said, listen, don't let nobody hustle me. He said, don't let nobody hustle you. He said, even when I die, do not let them hustle me. He said, tell them this. He said, when you go to that place, you tell them your daddy was the biggest hustler you ever met, and he was an honest guy. So you would not get hustled even in his death. Don't let them hustle your grief. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll do that too. So, absolutely. You know, and so that's the thing. Like, you just want to know. But one thing that I want to say is that I don't think people know too, Michelle. Do you know that if you get Social Security disability, so if you're a person who gets Social Security disability, meaning you have some type of ailment, you have some type of disability that you get Social Security. Do you know that you could go down to Wayne County if you have a house in your name, the house that you live in the house and it's in your name, and you could be tax exempt? People don't know that.
Oh, hold on though. It ain't, because I own a bunch of houses, but it is not Social Security just disability either. If you low income and you got a bridge card, you can get tax exempt for 4 years.
Oh no!
But it takes. You have to fill out the application, and it's just low income. Period.
Listen, with Social Security, you exempt until you're not, until that house is sold.
But at least if you're low income, right, and you own a house, you live in the house, and you're low income, 4 years. Every 4 years, you got to redo the application because your status might change, right? My sisters, they own houses, and they were like, how you do that? Oh, I'm going to get it at all means necessary. But it's a hustle to everything, though.
Mimi, so the question, when you saying, is it in Macomb County, too?
Yo, listen, I could just say
I would say go check.
Oh, I don't know.
But you know what? I was just about to say Macomb County, they just had some, I think it might be over with, though, because this was like, I think, like, last week was the last day. They was paying people taxes and they back taxes.
So this is when I'm talking about exempt. This is something you go down there, you show them this, and you're exempt. Like, you don't pay taxes. My mother lives in Atlanta. So let me say this, Mimi. My mother lives in Atlanta. Her house, and you know how her house is big as shit. Her house, she's exempt. You know what I'm saying? And she was thinking about making some changes because my mom is old. She's thinking about making some changes with her, you know, putting different people's name on her house. And they said, you do that, they gonna start
They
paying
need
taxes.
everybody.
You do
then
that,
that
you
involves everybody.
Listen, once you do that, you're
information.
gonna start paying taxes because the house has to go. Like you're getting a whole new title.
Yeah, now we need everybody information,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the whole program, y'all, and if we end it and y'all
Let's
need
see,
any
Mimi.
information, inbox any of us.
Right.
And, so the whole program is a program in the city of Detroit also,
Mm-hmm.
and they will pay your back taxes. They will
Right.
pay your back taxes, and when they pay your back taxes, they will also put you in a program automatically for you to be exempt for 4 years, right? Mm-hmm. Some veterans get exemption also. Absolutely. There's a lot of programs for veterans, but you have to know the knowledge,
Right.
or they're not going to give you nothing. They're going to treat you like you the person on the street.
Right.
Here's the
That's just like Xfinity, Comcast. If you got a bridge card or a help card, you only pay $10 a month.
$10.
Or a baby in school.
Or a baby up $10
I don't know,
a
I
month.
didn't
Baby
know
in
it's-
school, you get free internet.
Right.
Because of remember when the pandemic came through, right?
But now,
I don't know.
They,
I just thought it was like if I always knew about if you get a bridge card.
no, yeah,
get that
yeah.
low
Or you got to
income
help
card.
if you got some type of help
yeah,
card.
anything from the state of Michigan.
Anything, yeah. But now they got like you said, you get it for free for kids going to school. They do it for you now, but it's this paper you got to fill out, and then they only ask for the $10 every month. They wait till it get like up to
Absolutely.
$50.
They
You got to
not-
pay every 5 months $50.
It's called like the affordable program, right?
Yup.
So D'Amica, is it? So this is what I want to tell you. Nothing hurts, but
D'Amica,
not to not to apply at all. So we was talking about FEMA. We was talking about this low income stuff. We was talking about property taxes and stuff like that. You may think that you make a lot, right? But they have these borders and whatever, but it never hurts. All they can do is tell you no, right? Or they can tell you yeah. So the only thing that can hurt is not to ask at all.
That's right. And this is what I'm saying. This is what the same thing that I tell people about, like parents, like make me do my job. You know what I'm saying? Like I get paid to do a
Absolutely.
job. Like you call them people and you make them do their job. Like you tell them your situation. You make them when you're in a position of you are a customer service or you are there are some people who should not be in those positions. But there are some people who are in the position but nobody
really
taps into like those resources. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
you have to be willing. One thing that I'll say too, if you were born before I would say 1990. If you was born before 1990, we was raised in an era where you don't tell your business. Like you figure it out. What happened in your house is stay in your house. But listen, there are so many resources, and it's all about saying the right thing for the person to give you the right resource. If you never say it, you're not even making them tap into
Closed
it.
mouth don't get fed.
Yeah, you're not even, but you're not even making them tap into it, because here's something else. I'm gonna say two things. One is, do you know that when you have a kid who's in school, and let's say you fall on hard times, because we all do, right? And you go and move, you have to move somewhere, or you go move with your mother, or you go move with a family member. Your kid falls under a whole nother category. Like they really, technically, they fall under the McKinney-Vento Act, which is saying that when a kid is homeless, now they not homeless because they living with somebody, right? But when you are living with somebody else, and if you was born before that, you didn't live with somebody else. You didn't have two families in one house.
Absolutely.
That school is required to make sure your kid gets back and forth to school. That school is required to make sure your kid have uniforms and things. It's called the McKinney-Vento Act. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But if you never tell somebody, I'm going through hard times, like I gotta go live with my mama, that's why my kid not going to school, coming to school like that.
Right.
They would never give you those resources, and it's not really their fault because you're not telling them.
Absolutely.
So
there's a program through DTE, and it starts off with the SER, so you have to qualify for that, right? But then that qualifies you to pay like $81 a month for your DTE all year round. And then whatever's after that, it goes on whatever it is. So if they say you can pay $50, your bill can be $350. But an agency each month pays your remaining of your bill for 2 years. And I don't know what Kira is talking about. The ACP is ending. So I don't know if she's talking about the program where you have to apply for tax exemption for a certain time of the year. But that's cool. Because if it ended February 8th, you go ahead, You get the application again, I think, in October, and you make the next February 8th day. Because let me tell y'all something. Don't lose your house to taxes. It's so many resources down at 400 Monroe. And I'm talking about, they got payment plans as long as you pay 1 year back, or even a payment plan, or you're seeking assistance. It's like a lot of... It's a lot of programs.
211.
Yeah, it's called the LSP program. The DTE program is LSP.
Yes, 211, y'all. You can call that number too. There are a lot of resources that are out here that we just never tap into. And, you know, I can remember many a times of feeling some kind of way because it's like, you know, when you call DH, what they call it? It used to be called DHS. I don't think it is.
I think it's still DHS.
Yeah, it's DHS.
Okay, but a lot of times, you know, you be like, oh, well, you put me through all this, but you helping your friend. Well, but you know your friend business. See, the problem is you don't know mine because I'm not telling you my business, so you're not able to give me the resources.
So you feel some type of way, right? The DHS is a absolutely great resource for people. People don't realize. Okay, DHS will give you like, I don't know if it went up now, but last time I knew it was like $3,500. They'll give you a voucher to go get a car. I think you just have to start a job, and then while you waiting, they say, well, how am I gonna get to work if I start the job? They'll pay for your Uber rides to get you back and forth to work. Then once you can prove that you're, you know, working and getting a check stub, now you're in a position, let me get you a voucher so I can get you a car. And they have car lots. You go, they pay them. You're not going to get a check in your name. They're going to pay this car lot for your car, right? They'll pay to get your license. They'll pay tickets. But you have to tap in and say, hey, you my DHS worker. Hey, can you help me? Because a lot of those workers do. Don't get me wrong. They act like it's theirs, and they don't want to give you nothing. Right. But it's a lot of resources through DHS.
Don't get discouraged. If it don't work, talking to your workers, shit, keep calling. Talk to the next one. But they do act like assholes. For real.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys this. This is when we look at what is happening in the urban areas versus what's happening in the suburban areas. One of the things, we don't have no follow-up. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no follow-up. We don't have no, listen, I'm not going to call you and cuss you out. I'm not going to act, you know, belligerent. I'm not going to be ignorant. But what I am going to do is I'm going to talk to you intelligently, and I'm going to hold you accountable for the work that I know that you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So if I need to call somebody else, if I need to go over your head, if I need to keep calling every day, I'm going to do that. You know, I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Through DHS, they're giving out, I think, up to $4,000 to fix your furnace if you don't have a furnace in your house. Now, you're going to have to go see a lot of people say, oh, that's too much work. That's too much paperwork. Then you don't want nothing then. Because like Mark said, closed mouths is not going to get fed, right? Lazy shit is not going to go through. It's just not. You're going to have anything worth having is worth working hard for. If they're giving you this shit and all you got to do is fill out a book or fill out something, you did it for food stamps, you did it for insurance, you did it to put your kids in school. Utilize what it is because everybody needs a resource.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's resources. And one thing, like, you want to be a resource person. You know, you guys will be amazed on how many people I have had to inbox me. To, you know, they won't say it on Facebook. They'll inbox me, hey, Lou, I'm going through this. Lou, I need this. Lou, I need a refrigerator. Such a great person,
y'all. Lou got on let me tell y'all real quick. Lou got on, I seen Lou one time like, hey, I know somebody need a refrigerator. I know somebody needs a stove. Lou, I'm telling you, Lou got them a refrigerator and stove.
Right.
I mean, so it's network with people. You know what I'm saying? And just
but do you
Kiara
know?
did say Wayne Metro pays back taxes and future taxes. So do the Housing Coalition, y'all. Wayne Metro has a good program. Let me tell y'all about the Housing Coalition real quick because I know we're almost out of time. I was in an abusive relationship and going through some things, and I was like, okay, it's time for me to bust up. Whole nother show, right?
Call me, boo.
Real quick.
Inbox me.
Lou, I need you.
Inbox me, baby. I'm
and it's
telling
good
you.
to be needed. Let me tell y'all. So I went down to Housing Coalition and I said, hey, I'm coming out of an abusive relationship. I need somewhere for me and my kids to go. I can pay rent. I got a job, but I need help. And they usually give you like first month, last month rent, right? So the lady said, okay, we're going to get you together. How long you got? I said, I'm trying to leave this situation expeditiously. Real quick. Went down there. This is my first house I've ever owned. Went down there. The lady said, well, I don't really got anything right now. The other lady came in the room. She said, come here, I'm going to take you to the 7th floor. I don't know if it's still the 7th floor because that building has moved.
Mm-hmm.
She took me upstairs. She said, I want you to go look at this house. And I said, okay. She said, come back and let me know what you're thinking. How much money you got? I said, well, I got $500 right now. I go look at the house on Westphalia. And I said, Lord, what the hell am I going to do with this? Well, they just evicted somebody, right? So the guy that came and showed me the house, he was like, ma'am, he was like, usually they sell these houses for whatever the back taxes is. And she said this. He said, don't be discouraged. Because say if that back taxes is $3,500, right? The Housing Coalition is going to put you on a payment plan. You're going to pay exactly $3,500. They're not going to like go up and give you an interest rate of hell, right?
Uh-huh.
I said, oh, I can do that. So the lady, I go back down there real quick and the lady says, okay, you can do that. She said, you got $500? I said, yeah. She was like, now you're going to have to clean the inside of the house out and, paint something, do something with it. I said, okay, I can do that. And, so long story short, I get back down there to get the information. The lady comes, take me and my son, sits us at a table. She hand me keys. She hand me this deed.
Wow.
And she said, I said, well, I didn't qualify for the program. I can do this. I'm telling you, I can do this. She said, no, you didn't qualify for this program. She said, but what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to give you this house for $1.
Wow.
And I said, what? I said, you playing? I said, I really don't have time for nothing like this. She said, I'm going to give you this for $1. And you ain't got to pay me this $1, but I got to put it on the deed as $1. This was a 4-bedroom brick home. She said, take your $500, go to Home Depot, get you some Oops paint, and paint the hell out this house.
Listen, I know you
say that
the
to
truth.
say this is, I cried, and because I couldn't believe nobody would ever do something like that for me. It's resources, y'all. Reach out. If y'all need any of our help, we'll try to give y'all all the help we can get.
Don't be shy. Don't ask.
Because
it
ain't nothing wrong
Everybody
with
needs some help.
What she's saying is the truth, because I do know that there are a lot of when you see a lot of schools, if you live in the city of Detroit, you know there are a lot of schools that are empty, that are closed, right? But then you're seeing churches, non-profits, that's what they are, non-profits that's open. A lot of them had them places for 60 years for $1 a year. For 60 years for $1 a year.
But all you gotta do is write
non-profits, what you write up, right?
And tell them what you're gonna do with this place for 1 year, right?
Yeah, because they just don't want it to be there vacant. But it's about talking and and getting to know the resources around you. If you don't have somebody, you said something earlier, Michelle, and you gave credit to me, and I gotta it's not credit to me. I'm gonna give credit to my God. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I believe. I believe that he will use who he wants to use, and you never know when the tables may turn. Absolutely. If I was a person who never gave a shit about people, then I always say, and you hear me say this all the time, like if the moment that I don't have hope or faith, I might as well just take a gun and kill myself. You know what I'm saying? Because that means that life is fucked up, right? But if I'm a person who can say like, well, dang, you know what, God, use me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me help somebody. Then that gives me hope that if I am in need, when I'm in need, because I'm going to be in need. Absolutely. That I'm going to have help. You know what I'm saying? That somebody's going to be willing to help me. And so that's what it's about. It's about becoming the help that you may need, that your cousin may need, your sister may need, your mom may need. Become that help. That's what really matters. You know what I'm saying? We should be resourceful people. Absolutely. Yeah, we should be resourceful people.
That's like Mark's platform is used because it's a platform.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people going back and forth and, Mark this and Mark that. Mark does this because he does it from his heart.
Oh, yeah.
Because absolutely, you need to know that where this young lady's mother is standing or if her family is standing, you can be on this other side, and it only takes 2 seconds. So whom much is given, much is required.
Yep, absolutely. I'm telling you guys, listen, put that on when you need help. If you need help or you going through something, God will always have people around you to help you. You just have to know. You have to be willing. I told a kid this today. You have to be willing to take the hand that's being extended to you.
Absolutely.
And so, it's the help is here, and you have to just be willing to reach for it and utilize it as help.
That's why you never turn your back on nobody, because you gonna always somebody gonna always need somebody.
Don't burn that damn bridge down. You gonna have to come back.
You might be doing good now, and wake up tomorrow, because that man upstairs, he gonna show you. He gonna give it to you. See what you gonna do with it. If you don't do the right thing with it, he gonna snatch it from you.
Absolutely.
And so real quick, guys, because we got to go. Kiera put some good information in here about first-time home buyers program. Guys, they're giving out $25,000 if you buying a house in the city of Detroit right now.
Yeah.
So you might have to I'll look up the information, post it in here to see what the requirements is for that. They're also, if you own a home in Detroit and you need repairs, look up Renew Detroit. It is for senior citizens or somebody with disability. But there's a bunch of programs in the city of Detroit that they're trying to keep you in your home and beautify your home. And that's money that you don't have to pay back, guys. We appreciate everybody for tuning in every single Friday. If y'all have anything to add in here, please post. We'll post if we get any more, 2 bits we can give out to you guys. Always be a resource for everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We love you guys. We'll see y'all next Friday.
Guys, if you need anything, inbox one of us. Inbox me. I promise you, I will make a post. I've never extended a hand and somebody said, and people heard me talk about it. Never.
We genuine.
It's all about,
here,
of course, we all about helping people, and like, hey, it's our secret. So, please inbox us. Don't be going through. Don't be making them kids suffer, and they don't have to be suffering.
Absolutely.
Because your pride.
Because power is knowledge.
Right. And knowledge is power. Goodbye.
Right.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile